Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. I am Hitman Kaz, and I gotta say, I am very, very happy right now. I'm very pleased right now. For those of y'all who follow the NBA and, read the title, the Knicks, my Knicks, have won the NBA Cup. Now, before I expand, I will, say this. Yes, I do understand it's not the NBA championship. It's not the Larry O'Brien trophy, but it is a championship nonetheless. And for anybody that tries to discredit this win, this championship win, like they have for the past 2 years for the previous winners, I say this. Every single team in the NBA was entered in the tournament. Therefore, every single team was fighting for the same thing. And every single team wanted the same thing, as in the cup. And it just so happened that this year, when shit hit the fan and the chips were down, the Knicks wanted it just that much more. And for the Knicks, especially compared to the previous two winners, it means so much more. And I'm not just saying it's just because I'm a Knicks fan. I'm saying it because I've dealt with past criticisms and bashing. So I know what I'm talking about. Because for the Knicks especially, this is their first championship win in longer than I was born. And the thing is, yes, the Knicks have 2 NBA championships. But for me, the problem is I wasn't alive to see them. Don't get me wrong. I know them and I'm proud of them. And I always will be. But it means so much more when you personally see your team win it all. And again, this isn't the NBA championship. It wasn't the Larry O'Brien trophy. But still, a championship win is a championship win. And had any other team won this, they would be celebrating just as much. They'd be just as happy. They'd be just as proud. So honestly, I don't want to hear from anybody. And no doubt, I guarantee that if the Spurs had won, then people would be shitting on the Knicks just as bad as they always have been in years past. And that's not exaggeration. I'm not capping. That's just a fact of life. And I personally would save this speech for when the Knicks eventually win the NBA championship, because I still believe they will. But for anybody for everybody that criticizes Knicks fans when it comes to how much and how they choose to celebrate, like from when people were criticizing Knicks fans for celebrating making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. You got to understand, until now, the Knicks hadn't won any kind of championship for for way too long, decades, you know. And when you have a team that's been active as long as they have, and a fan base that is just as dedicated as we are, that constantly cheers for this team and celebrates this team, you know, you want to see, just like any other fans of any team of any sport, you want to see your team succeed. And when your team does not succeed, it hurts. And when your team constantly, and I hate to admit consistently, underperforms, underachieves, and just flat out plays bad, you get restless. You get angry. You get frustrated. So once that little piece of success finally happens, you know, one of two things will happen, if not both. One, you'll be happy. You'll be proud. You will celebrate, even if it isn't a championship. If it's just, you know, getting close to a championship. And you will take it and run with it, because going so long without that success, you know, it leaves an empty feeling. It leaves a bit of depravity, if you will, you know. So you know, you want to celebrate the good times. And in this case, this actually was a championship win. So you know, excuse the hell out of us for celebrating. And I might sound like a broken record for repeating this, but I guarantee you, and I would love to see any crown eater of any that's a fan of any other team besides the Knicks try to justify this, try to correct me, or try to deny this. But I guarantee, and I will put money on this, that any other fan of any other team, had they won the NBA Cup, they would be celebrating just as much. And let me let you in on a little secret. There's nothing wrong with that. You are 100% justified to celebrate. You want to know why? Because you earned it. You're a fan of that team. That team won. Therefore, you celebrate that team winning. You know? And sure, you know, the in-season tournament, you know, at least in my opinion, and I think other people will agree with this assessment, that the in-season tournament was only made to give players a reason to go hard during the regular season, in which that shouldn't happen. Because players should be going hard all season long, just because they want their team to qualify for the playoffs and win the championship, you know. But you know, it is what it is. And don't get me wrong, am I satisfied with just this? No. But at the same time, I'm not gonna downplay the significance of this, because there's nothing to downplay. You know, they worked harder than everybody else to win it, and and the celebration is well deserved. And I will, and you know, stop me if you heard this one before, but this isn't the end. Sure. And I am ecstatic that they won the NBA Cup, but the job's not finished, because there's still a season to play through. Well, there's still another half of the season to play through, and just because we won the NBA Cup does not mean we should take our foot off the gas pedal. If anything, we should be going harder moving forward to qualify for the playoffs and win that Larry O'Brien trophy. But above all else, again, I am proud of my Knicks. I'm very happy. And I look forward to future success. So, with that being said, that's going to do it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and chill with your boy. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, comment if you feel like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And as always, at Struggle Vision Productions, I am the Hitman Kaz. And if you see me come in, run.